In the game of life, one important thing can increase your chance of success. Confidence. Confidence is the game changer.
Confidence! Where do I find that, Josie?
First rule, you need a goal.
I don't play soccer.
Nice color.
Right?
But not that kind of goal. What do you want from life?
Happiness.
Success.
Checkmate.
Less worries.
Next, you need a strategy.
I gotcha. Like a game plan.
Exactly. Put in the work and stick to it. Nothing pays better. Trust me.
No.
Then you need to be patient.
How patient?
More patient, success cannot be hurried. And most important of all, you need the right team behind you. Do all these things and you will have the financial confidence to achieve anything.
Anything?
And everything, my friend.
Good day, and firstly, thank you very much to Guy and the team for inviting me to be part of the first Fairbairn Consult Annual Conference. It's really a privilege to be here today. My name is Gielie de Swardt, and I will be representing the Sanlam Group during my presentation today. In our industry, we tend to look into the future and analyze certain things, specifically things like legislation and movements in markets, specifically internationally, like markets like the UK, and speak to it as if it's future trends way into the future. Today, I would like to argue that most of these trends are currently playing out as we speak. And as my title says, that the future of financial advice has already arrived. I also would like to highlight that my belief is that factors like the COVID pandemic, as well as technological advancements, has rapidly increased this movement from the old current state into the future state that we find ourselves in today. So for you as financial advisors and entrepreneurs, you need to be aware of a couple of factors that affect your landscape. The first two, well, you cannot really influence them, but you need to be aware of them. You need to be able to align towards it, and you need to be able to operate in that environment to be relevant and provide your clients with relevant financial solutions. The first of that is being legislation. It's pretty clear that the legislative burden and compliance burden that is put upon financial advisors is increasing. And there's no signs that this is going to decrease anytime soon. Currently, we're dealing with the implications of implementing the POPI Act. And already we are looking at the governments and looking towards providing input towards a proposed COFI bill. With regards to the impact of COVID, a lot of our speakers today have spoken about it. I'm not going to dive into too much detail here. But there's three things I would like to highlight that's been impacted by the COVID pandemic. Firstly, it's the worldwide and our own economy. Secondly is businesses and the way they operate and the effect it's had on their business models. And then thirdly, the effect on individuals. If we look at economics and GDP growth worldwide, it came to almost a grinding halt during the COVID pandemic. It has since recovered, and we can see even locally that GDP figures are looking better, and it's turning towards the upside. Other factors like retail sales, as well as the PMI manufacturing indexes, are also showing positive growth at this point in time. And then lastly, households are sitting on record levels of savings. So there's a lot of cash inside household holdings at this point in time at record levels with regards to historic levels. There's a lot of negative things in our economy at this point in time. I'm not going to highlight that. I think Bruce covered it in a very good way earlier today. But I also believe, similar to him, that I'm an optimist and we will find a way to handle these issues going forward. If you look at the impact of businesses, a lot of businesses became irrelevant, and some of them, unfortunately, even went bankrupt during the COVID pandemic. Secondly, a lot of businesses are currently struggling to adapt their business models, looking at alternative or new ways of working to adapt to the new environment. They are looking things like, how do you handle your employees operating in a virtual environment? Do you need office space? How do you utilize that? How can you utilize technology to improve efficiencies within your business. And then lastly, when it comes to technology specifically in that sector, we've seen the rise of a lot of companies that's actually grabbed the opportunity to grow during this COVID pandemic period. The two areas that you as advisors definitely can influence, and what I want to focus on today is firstly, your client expectations and the client experience, and then secondly, the way you manage your advisor practice. So what is it what clients are looking for? Well, ultimately, you want to build a relationship of trust, and they want to trust you. We all know that trust is built over a long period of time. We know that trust is fragile and can be broken down in a blink of an eye. But we also realize that if you build trusted relationships with your clients, that over the longer term, these are also your more profitable clients with regards to your practice. And also, I think you would find and agree that in a virtual environment, it's easier to hang on to your current clients than to go and look for new clients, because new client acquisition is very difficult at this point in time and also a very expensive process. But how do we get to that end state of trust? First of all, clients are looking to have a relationship with you. Yes, a relationship with you as the financial advisor. However, they want to be seen as individuals. They want to know that you've got their best interests at heart. They want to know that you are looking at their specific financial goals and needs, and they've got a customized plan to reach those goals. And more than ever, they want you to interact with them in a proactive manner. It means that you need to reach out towards them with relevant information that's topical to what they need at that point in time. Also keep in mind, with the POPI Act, we're living in an environment, I almost want to call it this unsubscribe environment. So if you don't use these opportunities wisely, clients will simply just unsubscribe and choose not to receive any useful or any information from you going forward. Second thing they're looking for is experiences. Well, yes, they want a positive experience when they deal with you as a financial advisor or with your practice. But more than that, more than ever, clients want to share experiences. Share the experiences with families, share their experiences with family and friends. And the big thing around it also, they want to experience that satisfaction of reaching certain financial goals, of reaching those bucket list items of experiences. Once again, in the Facebook environment, often people like to showcase and brag about the experiences that they had on these bucket list items, going on skiing trips, doing all type of interesting things, and it gives them great satisfaction. But lastly also is, part of this is your client value proposition. And the only caution note I can give you here is make sure that you deliver on the initial promises that you make towards your clients. So in other words, the old saying, rather under-promise and over-deliver than the contrary. And make sure that your promises are sustainable and you can keep to that. And that builds confidence. What confidence do your clients looking for? First of all is they want confidence that they are dealing with a financial expert, which is you, the financial advisor. They also want to know that you've got their best interests at heart. Then they also want to know that they can focus on doing life and doing their business. They're not financial experts. And they want to know that their financial plans and goals will be met because you are looking after that. You are proactively engaging with them to realign these plans if something would change. And then also they want the confidence to know that you've advised them to utilize the right solutions to get towards this end goal. Now, if you talk about your practice, what is it that you can do to enhance your client experience and make your business more profitable? Well, studies are showing that clients are looking for holistic financial planning. That can either be achieved by a client engaging with a single financial advisor that provides them with holistic financial advice, or dealing with a practice that's built up out of specialists across the value chain of the financial planning process to provide them with all of these components. And within your group, there's been discussions earlier today also on how you can refer your clients to experts. This wouldn't only enhance your client's experience, but also it's a protection mechanism to ring-fence your clients against potential competitors. There's a lot being said about technology, and I can really say that as advisors, technology is not a threat. Technology should be embraced by yourself, And remember, the one thing that technology cannot replace is that emotional human interaction that your clients are needing. That cannot be given by a robo-advisor or anything else. It can only be replaced by human interactions. We also know that technology actually increased the complexity of the market. Initially, it was thought that robo-advice would replace financial advisors like yourself because products are freely available online. Information is freely accessible. But more than ever, clients are looking for you as the advisor to provide clarity, to take away the noise, to guide them towards products that's suitable to satisfy their needs, and also then keeping them accountable to implement to reach those goals. Your value proposition needs to be clear. And studies that I've read mentions that the biggest value add from a financial advisor perspective is the fact that you should be a behavioral coach towards your clients. What does it mean? It means that when you sit down with your client, you've analyzed their needs, you need to hold their hand across through the journey of life and implementing these financial plans. And specifically when times are tough, and we see it often in the investment environment, it's when markets take a dip, like it did last year, clients want to switch out, they want to force you to rebalance. Sometimes as advisors, you become nervous and you actually initiate these changes. But it's been proven that more often than not, it actually erodes wealth of your clients. And in most instances, it erodes it to such an extent that you will actually never be able to make up those losses over the client's life cycle. You need to utilize technology, not replace it. And I'm talking about utilizing technology around, there's a lot of tools that you can utilize to provide a better client experience. I'm thinking about things like CRM tools, financial planning tools, data organization tools that you can utilize, leads generating tools, and then obviously tools that you can use to interact with your clients in a proactive manner, but also in a data-driven way so that the message is applicable to their needs at that point in time. If you talk about partnerships, that is very important. And you can partner, in your world, I see partnerships on 3 levels. First of all, you can partner with advisors by growing your business and bringing new advisors into your practice. And you need to make sure that these advisors is a fit for your practice. In other words, do they share the same passion that you have for the industry, the same passion on the client experience you want to provide to your clients? Secondly, from an advisor network perspective, you've already made the decision to be part of Fairbairn Consult. That means that this business has got a certain DNA, a certain way of doing things, certain processes that's standardized across your business. And that makes it very, very easy when you start talking about things about succession planning and getting clients across your business experiencing the similar type of service and similar value propositions. And then lastly, that's where we come in as partners. You can partner with product providers. My belief is it's impossible to partner with the whole industry. It's impossible to know all the products out there. So choose your product providers wisely, but also make sure that the providers you do partner with is a fit for your practice and it will also benefit and add value to your practice. But all of this means nothing if it's not sustainable. And I'm going to be the first to acknowledge that the first part of this component about sustainability is more talking about what's going on in the world. And I can tell you that sustainability is not just another buzzword. It's just another trend driven by millennials and environmental activists. It's actually driven by governments and countries that sign up towards this United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. So there's going to be regulations, procedures, everything put in place to make sure that we actually do business in a sustainable world. I mean, we've only got one Earth. We mentioned Elon Musk earlier today, so unless you're part of the crew trying to go to Mars, we better look after the Earth we live on. And the allocation of capital and investments and infrastructure is going to go that way. Currently in our environment, it's not a big topic. But I can assure you, your clients are going to become more aware of this, and they're going to start asking questions around this, and we will get to a stage where they will actually demand you to utilize products that provides them with that sustainability practices. As an advisor, how do you build a sustainable practice? Very simple. Coming back to my first slide. You need to be aware of legislation, your economic environment, how you need to align towards that. And then from there, your client value proposition. Your client value proposition needs to be clear. Make sure that you deliver on your promises. And then the most important thing that will lead to that relationship of trust and lead to that environment where you can build valued, your client value proposition is enhanced and you can build a practice. It's also been proven that by doing this, you will not only be able to grow your business or sustain your business and then grow your business, but in certain parts of the world, people are actually willing to pay a premium for holistic advice that they see valuable from their financial advisors. Allow me one slide to talk about why I believe that you can partner with the Sanlam Group with confidence. Firstly, we've been around for a long time, more than 100 years. We operate across 44 countries, and we have got a very strong African footprint. We operate more than 200 businesses within the group, and we've got very strong ambitions. We need to increase shareholder value. We're a listed company, that's kind of obvious. But also, we want to provide the best client experience across all markets and across all geographies, as well as market segments that we operate in. We want to be seen as the most trusted and secure insurer, and we've got a passion for the African continent. Yes, South Africa's home, and it will always be, and it will be our stronghold, but we really believe in the African continent, and we want to invest more than R1 trillion into the economies of Africa into the future. If I talk about our product range, we are full diversified company, fully financial services diversified company. We provide you with access to products across the full value chain that you can utilize as advisors. And please join us for the information sessions in the next 2 weeks, where we will give you access to the various components of our business. Firstly, it would be the Sanlam Life business, our recurring savings business, the Glacier platform, both from a local perspective as well as accessing markets internationally, and then also Sanlam Investments that provide you with solutions right from our active management funds right through to the leading indexation strategies via our Satrix business. Yes, we also do partner with people because we can't do everything, and where it makes sense and there's mutual benefit, we also do partner with companies in different industries. And I'm going to utilize 1 or 2 or 4 examples actually on this. The first thing is the Saham deal. Saham is a company that provides us access to the North, East, and West and Middle Eastern markets, and it's a general insurer. Our partnership with them has grown from being a minority shareholder into a fully owning this business at this point in time. Secondly, locally we've partnered with the Capitec Group, utilizing their technology, their seamless, paperless environments on implementing products, and we are providing funeral cover that is actually industry leading in terms of very competitive pricing as well as flexibility to the market. Recently, you might have seen in the news that we've made an alliance with MTN, and basically what it boils down to is we are improving their fintech solutions that they're taking out into the market, and it provides us access to markets that we traditionally couldn't access via normal distribution channels. To give you an idea of the scale of this business, they've got currently 6 million policyholders inside this business, and the ambition is to grow to 30 million policyholders by 2025. That's quite ambitious. From Sanlam Investment side, we've partnered with a world-leading company, a Dutch company called Robeco. They've also been around for more than 100 years. They specialize in ESG and sustainable investing practices, and we are currently implementing those practices within our investment philosophies and our investment processes within Sanlam. What are we doing about sustainability? We're feeling very passionate about uplifting and supporting the communities we operate in. We've got very strong empowerment credentials, ranging from the start at the Ubuntu Botho deal into the deal last year with Africa Rainbow Capital, buying into Sanlam Investments, making us one of the largest black-owned asset managers in the country. During COVID, we released our funds or launched our funds, the legacy range of funds, and the main purpose of these funds was to assist small, medium enterprises, not only to go through this period and sustain their businesses, but also providing opportunities where new companies are coming off the ground and to support them and to sort out this unemployment situation that we have in the country. On sustainable investing, I'm not going to talk about that again, but that speaks to the Rebecca deal relationship we've got. Guy said earlier today, I'm sorry, it would be amiss to mention that, our partnerships, we could actually, it's hot off the press, it's not on the slides, but yesterday we also released a press release showing our intention to acquire ABSA Investments to join Sanlam Investments. That would even increase and improve our scalability of our businesses. So I hope that during this short presentation, that firstly, I've inspired you to join us to get individuals to live with confidence. Secondly, I truly hope that I showed you that why you can partner with Sanlam with confidence. And then also by utilizing and managing your business in a sustainable way, focusing on enhancing your value propositions and client experiences, that you would embed confidence into your client base when you advise your joint clients. From my side, thank you very much. Once again, it's a privilege to be here, and enjoy the rest of your conference.